The biggest difference with where this team is now versus maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago before you guys started this winning streak? What are you guys doing better, basically?
I think it's like a sense of urgency. I don't know. We've been trying to like implement that into practices recently. We haven't really had a sense of urgency earlier in the season. I feel like we do now.
Where'd that come from?
Losing.
When you say they implemented it in practice, how do they do that?
It's just like, you know, picking up the intensity, like every drill, stuff like that. Coach is really getting into everybody. If you do something wrong, holding each other accountable, making sure we do everything right.
You guys' turnovers have gone way down these last 4 games. How big of a factor has that been in winning these games?
Well, we've been able to score more when we've had the ball. Without turnovers, you know, it gives you more of a chance to score. So I guess caring more for possessions is what's really gotten us more points and what's really gotten us more wins.
Is that about maturity? Where does that come from, just caring more about possessions?
That also has to do with the sense of urgency. Yeah, partly maturity. Also just, you know, I guess, I don't really know. It's just one of the things that we've really zeroed in and know we got to do better in order to win. So we've definitely put some emphasis on it.
Giving up corner threes has sort of been like an Achilles heel for you guys this season, but it's like sort of a unique spot because sometimes they like shoot right in front of your bench. Do you guys like yell or do anything like when someone's just shooting like 2 feet away from you?
Oh no, I don't think so. Like we don't yell. With the defenses we're playing, the corners is a vulnerability, and teams are starting to notice that. We've just got to work on that with the movement of our wings and the movement of our guards and help each other out more on defense. I don't believe we yell at anybody if they come shoot.
Like, I mean, have you seen like in NBA games, like people are just like standing up off the bench, like swinging towels at people shooting corner threes?
Nah, we haven't done anything like that.
Have any like other teams done that to you while you're shooting the corner three?
I don't recall. No. I might hear something like after I shoot it, like that's off or something like that, but that doesn't really, you know, mess with you.
To defend against it, do you set up differently, or is it just being more aware and anticipating that shot might be coming?
No, it's just I guess just like perfecting the defensive positions, you know. There's like rules for every position that you play, and sometimes somebody may slack, sometimes somebody may not do what they're supposed to as well as they're supposed to. So it's pretty much just like getting better at the defense. I wouldn't necessarily say something like that. I think it's just getting better.
You made a nice run here. What's it been like to go from where you guys were at Christmas time to now winning 3 in a row, and you guys could finish as high as 3rd in the Pac-12?
It feels great. You know, especially winning these last 3 games at home, finish off the a little home standing, and moving forward, we can hopefully get these 2 wins coming up. You know, it's a big week for us, so it'll be good.
You guys talk about getting that top 4 seeding for the Pac-12 tournament?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, just talking to the coaches, and we all know it's all in our hands. You know, we beat Utah and Colorado, then we good. It's not like if somebody else wins, we don't have to worry about anybody else. It's all on us, so it'll be good.
How hard is that going to be, though? You were on that swing last year to Utah and Colorado.
Yeah. You know, it's definitely a tough place to play, but I mean, it's definitely doable. You know, hopefully we get this win against Colorado. You know, we've been unfortunate the last few games that we have played them, and with Utah we had them down, a big margin, and they came back. So, I think we know we can beat both of the teams. So just moving forward, just play hard, we'll be good.
Why is that swing so tough? Is it the altitude?
The altitude for sure, and it's always tough beating anybody, at their home place, no matter wherever you go. So it's going to be tough, but it'll be good.
You guys are 3-0 on the first game of trips and 0-3 on the last game. Is there anything to that? It's just kind of coincidence, or maybe brought a little more energy in those first games?
Personally, no, I don't think so. I think it just happened like that. We just wasn't fortunate enough to get those last 3 games, but moving forward, we'll be all right.
You mentioned those losses to Colorado and Utah here this season. Are those extra motivation as you guys head into these
Yeah, most definitely. You know, especially with Colorado and us. You know, I was here last year too, and we lost both games. So, you know, just playing with a chip on our shoulder and coming in and playing them as well as Utah, who we had down by 20 that we should have won. But, you know, it'll be a good challenge, and I think we're up for it.
Chris Smith mentioned he felt there's been more of an urgency to the team last few games. Do you see that? Do you agree with that?
Most definitely. You know, I think everybody's, you know, loving. We're fitting together real well. You know, I think it's starting to come together like I've said, you know, in the past interviews. But you know, I think it's coming together good, and we'll be good.
What's been coming together besides, obviously, you guys have cut way down on the turnovers. What other categories do you think you guys are doing a lot better in?
Just like I said earlier, just, you know, everybody's starting to fit into the roles. You know, and when everybody fits into roles and contributes the way they can contribute, then it works out good.
What would you say is like the biggest thing you learned, you know, just playing through the zone defense this season?
I mean, I've learned that. I mean, it's a big part of what we do. You know, I think the zone's worked out for us a lot, you know, throughout the season, just because we're long and, you know, real athletic. And, you know, I know sometimes we wanted to go man, but I mean, the zone statistically shows that we, you know, we're real good at it. So, you know, it's good to do.
Congratulations on being Pac-12 Player of the Year. How did it make you feel?
It felt good. It felt really good. You know, we're heading in a good direction, so it felt good to get that.
What's it been like, kind of the transition from where you guys were earlier this year? Now you guys won 3 in a row, and you could finish 3rd in the conference now, and obviously trending upward.
It feels really good. Whenever you win, it feels really good. But you know, I feel really good about where we're at right now. The 3 wins are against some 3 good teams that are up there in the conference standings. So finishing out in 3rd would be a big achievement. But we're just going game by game right now.
You guys' turnovers have gone way down these last 4 games. What do you think's gone into that as the point guard of this team?
I think we're just being smarter. We're valuing our possessions more, just maturing. Everything isn't going as fast as it normally goes for all of us. We're just maturing, making better decisions.
What can you guys do to defend the 3, and particularly the corner 3, a little bit better?
We gotta, with the zone, we gotta read the man. When the man in the zone gets the ball in the middle, we gotta read where he's going better. I know for me, I gotta work on closeouts a little more. I had a 2 like segment closeout thing where I just jumped and gave someone a free run to the basket and then a 3 the next play. So just working on closeouts and being more aware.
When you talk about closeouts, is the focus mainly to get off your feet and chase the shooter off the line, or is the emphasis more on just like staying on the ground?
You got to guard, so you gotta get there in time. If they shoot it, you want to get up and contest. If they drive, you want to be able to be on your feet and cut off their driving lane. So it's just guarding.
So it's not like you know, you sell out to stop the 3 no matter what. It's not that kind of philosophy.
No, I don't think there's a set answer there. You know, you just got to guard. Do what you got to do to make sure they don't score.
Gatling had 7 threes last game against you guys. When you look at that, does he become kind of circled on the scouting report and a guy that you don't want to let repeat that?
Yeah, he got hot, so we got to stop that next game. Even in Utah, Van Dyke got hot, so we got to just be aware of shooters. Know that we're struggling a little bit with 3s, so be more aware of them and chase them off.
Colorado and Utah swept you guys here. Is that kind of extra motivation going into the last week?
For sure. You don't ever want to lose to a team twice, and you don't ever want to lose, period. So these are 2 really big games. You know, I'm excited. I know everyone else is excited, so we got to do what we got to do.
Coach said that Prince was very doubtful for this trip. How hard is it to lose a guy like that who's kind of a leader of this team, and you know he may be done for the season?
You know, that's our guy. That's my guy. You know, he's helped us a lot. I always think back to the Oregon game. If we didn't have Pete for that game, it would have been a different outcome. But you know, you always want everyone to be healthy, but we have to keep playing. Prince is still a vocal leader with us. He still helps us in the locker room during halftime. Outside the locker room, you know, he's still a leader. So it hurts, but, you know, we have to keep going.